Hey there, it is that time. It's Tuesday. Actually, we're about 2 minutes late. Sorry for the slow start. I apologize for my producer. Sometimes he just doesn't hit the button on time. Smith.
Whoops.
What's the status on the production of the new studio?
I know that I need to check if they've actually shipped the video wall. It was supposed to be shipped out the week of the 30th.
So you just told everybody we got a video wall. You know, we hadn't told anybody that yet.
Crap. You must have mentioned it off air yesterday. I swore you'd.
My name is Billy Merritt, and if you don't know me, I am the author of The Art of Text Message Selling. That's the book that revolutionized the way car dealers all over the country are selling cars. And my area of expertise is very narrow. So when I say this, it's not bragging, because I don't have very many things to brag about when it comes to expertise, but I am a sales expert. I have developed a set of skills over the years through studying, through mentors, through online universities, and I've developed a very, very effective process of selling. And every Tuesday we get on here and we talk about sales, and we talk about we have sales experts on here. Today's guest scheduled for the show is Josh Letsis. I believe that's right.
Yes, sir.
Smith, give us just a little bit about his bio. Hopefully Josh is going to be on here. I think he snowed in Colorado, for one thing. I know there's a lot of snow out there. He also is in Mountain Time, so hopefully he's not expecting us to do this show live at 11 Mountain. So tell us who Josh is, and then we will.
I know that he's managing partner at I think it was Medplex Autos.
Medplex. So
Medved.
He is quite the sales expert. Have you seen any of Josh's videos?
I have not personally, no.
So one effective tool that we use every single day, including right now, is video. If you have a business, you need to be using video. What type of videos? Don't be a cheesy salesperson. You need to be somebody that's speaking as an expert, showing your product, showing that you have specialized knowledge. Josh does that very well. Hopefully he'll get on here and talk about that. But if not, it's quite okay, because sales is my area. I took an idea that you could put ads on Facebook and then have a sales department, which is behind me right here, a team of ninjas, because they're fast. I took an idea to the marketplace less than 3 years ago with zero customers, zero track record, and now we're the fastest growing startup in the car business. And here's how we did it. First of all, it was just me and a cell phone, and I knew that video is very powerful. I knew that everyone has a cell phone, so I started creating videos, demoing to people how to market their dealership. We started in Kansas City. We did buyback events. Hey, this is Billy. I'm here for 4 days only. I'm here to buy back all the cars, paying up to $4,000 over Kelly Blue Book for your trade-in. And customers responded. When they started responding, the key was to continue to remind them of the big offer. This is a big event, $4,000 over KBB. You'll never get this much for your trade-in again. Lowest prices of the year. And number two, I was very fast in responding to these people. Not only did I respond to them, hey, this is Billy. Yes, come meet me at the dealership. I didn't just go for an appointment. I would send them videos, walk around videos of the cars, just walking videos of the inventory, walking videos of the inside of the dealership. So if you're a salesperson, you need to be turning on that camera and doing videos so that your customers can put a name with a face and they will get to know you. And you gotta have a good attitude when you're on video. You have to get used to being on video, because that's going to be the most effective way to communicate with your customer. Now, if they want to go back to text after that, that's fine. We have actually sold deals using video, showing the car, presenting the numbers. So video is very, very important. Smith, let's pull up the store, my website store, and show them where the book is, because here's a fact. you need to understand the art of text message selling. Is that on the screen now?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. So this book, this was an idea that I had to develop a manual on how to talk to online customers and get them to show up to buy a car. Smith, you're a young guy. Your generation doesn't necessarily like to drive from dealership to dealership and check out cars. You want to do all your, how are you going to get all your information about what you want to buy?
Definitely all online.
You're going to do it online. So you
no matter what I'm shopping for.
Awesome. So while you're doing your research online, there should be on every site that you go to, there should be a chat window that says text me or instant message me. Okay. Now this is crucial right here. If you're a salesperson or a sales manager or a general manager, you need to go to your chat right now and type in, hey, can I get some information? You know what? Let's go to, I don't want to put anybody on blast. Who could we go to demo? Go to, first of all, let's go to BillyMerritt.com.
Okay.
And if you're at a dealership, Sarah, if you're watching, could you reach out to the dealership out there in Colorado, it's in your hometown, and see if he's actually snowed in today or if he has his time wrong? Hop down at the bottom and see, look at there, chat with me.
Right.
Can they see that on the screen?
Yes, sir.
By the way, those are all the people that we've done. There are a lot of the people that we've done business with right there with testimonials on how the product works, including they haven't used the product, but they did get the book, Kevin O'Leary and IST. That was pretty cool for them to mention the book. Can you chat?
Yes, sir.
Let's see if anybody is there. See if it's a robot. So many times we have robots.
Let's see, what should I?
Can I talk to Billy?
Got it.
All right. Now,
See how long it takes them.
Let's see how long it takes. We're putting somebody on blast. Now, the key to online chat is having a real person answer the leads. Obviously, we have a real person here. It's not a robot. That's very important.
So they're typing right now?
Are they?
Yes, sir.
You can see them typing, so you know there's someone there.
Right.
Honestly, I would prefer them to be a little faster than this, but we do know that it's not. You can see the actual ... that they're typing.
Yes, it just says Billy W. Merritt is typing ...
Awesome. Boom. Read that.
Yes, of course. He is live on his podcast currently. How would I be able to assist you?
That's pretty good. So I don't even know who's on that right now, but we do have a live operator on there. And so I'm going to judge, maybe they can hear me or maybe they're listening to the show. I'm going to judge. Number one, they're a real person. They put some effort into that. Mm-hmm. He's live on his podcast currently. How would I be able to assist you? That's not bad. Scale to 1 to 10, that's an 8. 7 to an 8. Could have been a little faster. Okay. It's much better than a robot. Okay. But the only adjustment I would make is, yes, I'll be happy to get Billy for you. He's currently live on the podcast, on the show. What information can I get for you? What information do you need?
It's a little more direct, I guess.
Well, whoever is texting or chatting right there, which is you, by the way. I almost got confused. I was a real customer. They want information.
Mm-hmm.
They want. There's something
they want to know.
They want to know something. They don't necessarily want my DigiNinja to assist them.
Right.
You see,
that makes sense.
They want information. So that's what. Somebody tell me who's supposed to be on that page right now. It's a good job, by the way. 7 out of 10 is not bad at all.
No,
it's not bad at all. Let's just go to. I tell you what. Let's go to CarMax. Find a CarMax dealership.
Okay.
By the way, while you are searching for that, if you guys would go to BillyMerritt.com, and there's a tab on there that says shop, you can buy the book this month only for $9. It's normally $19.95. So it's half price from now until the first year. Or if you'd like a personalized copy of it, you can send me a message here or a comment. Make sure that I actually respond to you. That'll let you know that I saw your message, and I will personalize it and send it out to you personally. I take Cash App, PayPal. You can even pay on the website, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, CarMax in Athens. Find a website for them, maybe. Or do they even have websites?
Figured they'd have an outgoing link somewhere.
Doesn't
I
appear
could be
to.
wrong.
Doesn't appear to.
Go back to Google.
So, AutoNation. Find an AutoNation. AutoNation.
Columbus, Georgia.
Yeah, there you go. Click on their website.
Always ads at the top now.
There's a website right there. That's fun. Okay. Let's see if they have a chat. First of all, let's see if they have a chat.
Got it up here.
Click on it. Well, okay, so that right there.
Not quite as obvious.
It's not. That's no. Actually, awesome. Look, they have it. This is an excellent job, AutoNation. By the way, they created their own CRM and their own internet department and their own online strategy. It's not as good as the art of text message selling, but they're pretty smart guys. But what they did right there is they have chat on every car listed. Very good. Very important. Click on that chat. Let's talk about that 2012 Honda Pilot, possibly. Click on chat. Click on chat.
Doesn't seem to be doing anything.
Oh, so
that's not good.
Right now we're better than AutoNation. That's
Contact store. I don't know. It's not.
Okay. Contact store. Fail. They're asking for our name
and our email.
We don't want to give that to you. We don't want to give that to you, AutoNation. Do you think that we want to give you our personal information? Bad. Fail. Scale from 1 to 10. That's a 0.05. 0.05. That's half of 1. All right. Click out of that and click on the chat up top. See if it'll let you chat there.
It's just saying this little JavaScript void thing at the bottom.
So their chat is not even working. Try a different AutoNation store back up and let's see if there's another one. Scroll up a little bit. That's fine. Do we have a chat?
Seeing anything?
So first of all, your chat needs to be front and center. It needs to be right on the top. It needs to be right on the side, right at the bottom, somewhere where it's big. Okay, wait a minute. When you
just match payment.
They don't even have a chat. These poor little fellas. Nope. It's not even it. Okay. So let's see. Who else can we? We tried AutoNation. Let's try one of the big boys. Let's try just click on dealerships, Atlanta, Georgia.
All right.
Carvana. Well, let's try Carvana. See if they definitely are all digital, so they better have a chat.
Hope so.
And then we'll go to, let's finish here first.
They've got it right down here.
Welcome to Carvana Chat. What can we help you with today? Scale from 1 to 10, that's a 6. Should be what information can I get for you today? Anyway, click on, I would like a price. Let's see. Can I talk to a manager, please? What's a car store we have live chat on? Who? What do you say? Oh, Kiev. Westchester? Yeah. I am sorry to hear that your experience has not been the best for you. Sebastian, you're an idiot. Well, that's a copy and paste. Look at that.
By the way, yes, I'm a robot.
Bam, 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 bam. Horrible.
Yeah.
Now, Smith, judge me. Is my chat better than this Carvana, which is a multi-billion-dollar company?
I would say so, yes.
Go to Google search Kia of Westchester. Is that right, Felipe?
Got it.
He needs to get it up top as well. Let's see, it should pop up though. Oh, there it is. Down at the bottom.
We go.
Now, that icon, these guys, they love me, so they have my icon on there. I would have I would have the general manager of the store.
If it was your store.
And you can make that whatever you want to, you know?
That's
so
great.
now, see, like, talk to that. Just looks pretty good right there. He's like,
Yes.
Hey, talk to me. What do you want? So, let's see. Do you have any specials right now? These are tough questions. Let's see if they ask for our name or try to get our email address
before they even give us any info.
Mm-hmm.
They're typing.
They're typing.
That was pretty fast.
That's pretty fast.
I think they might be.
You know what?
I would be waiting on us now.
You know what I would type is I would type. And by the way, no, I'm not a robot. Okay, so they're typing. It says they're typing right now, so that's good. So we know we're in there now. This is a little too long to wait if you really just want some information, right? That's a tough question.
Yeah.
So what I'd probably do, and so the chat rules are a little different than the text rules. In that, with text, we have okay. Whoa, go back.
That's a big one. Yes, we do have a huge sale offering up to 4K over KBB along with 0% financing options as well. Are you looking to trade in with us or just purchase outright?
All right, scroll back to the top of that message. At 11:18, we asked the question. 11:19, that's 60 seconds. That's within the window of that's a pass.
Yeah.
On a scale from
1 to big response.
On a scale from 1 to 10, that's a 7. Okay, on just the response. On the response, that's good. That's a 9. It has a big compelling offer in there that they would want. What I would adjust is I would have responded immediately. Okay. Now that obviously we have a very talented ninja on there. I would have responded immediately. Yes, I'll be happy to get that information for you. Send. Stand by.
Right.
You with me?
Just so that they get that immediate response.
So they know I'm here. Yep. That's why they're not just because in 60 seconds
I might have clicked to another website.
You might be on another website. But the wonderful news is, had you clicked somewhere else, you would have gotten much worse chat skills.
Definitely.
Let's show the store again. Let's talk about a couple things that's in the store.
Okay. Want to go to new or used? Oh, our store.
Yeah, our store.
Josh Letsis is ready to get on. He just needs some assistance on how to get on. Smith, did you call Joey to help him get on?
All he's got to do is click on the. Yeah, we got it. Okay. Tell him to. Hey, if you got a cell phone, he just needs to click on it. Click in his Facebook chat. I mean, his Facebook Messenger.
As long as he's got. If he's in a browser, he clicks on it. It'll just open in the browser.
Yeah.
No apps, no downloads, no nothing.
Because Smith is a professional, and if you want to be on this show, all you got to do is click on the link. You don't have to download anything. You don't have to. What do they not have to do?
No app downloads, no downloading any extensions. Just whatever browser you got, click on the link. You're good.
Ain't nobody got time for all that stuff.
Right.
Hey, wait a minute. Go back on. I want to see Josh right there. Is that him lifting that?
Morning at the gym, set a couple PRs. I believe so. My bench may have been a little lacking. No, this isn't on there right now if you want me to put it on.
Yeah, we got to talk about that.
Yes, sir. So?
Hey, let's
Booyah.
It's on there?
Yes, sir.
All right, so while we're waiting on Josh to click on the link, 485 pounds on a deadlift. That's pretty good. Can anybody in here? Can anybody in here deadlift more than 485 pounds?
What it?
What? Kevin can?
Apparently, he done 1175 on one of these. Not sure which.
No.
Or maybe that's the total. I don't know.
Yeah, that's the total.
Okay, got it.
Has he found the link yet? Oh, there he just saw it. So that's cool.
Yeah, he must have clicked on yours instead of mine.
And what we'll do, we'll get his opinion on chat. But first of all, we're going to get his story.
Oh, there he is.
Is he on?
Yes, sir.
Hey, bring him on.
Holy smokes, I made it.
Hey, man, how you doing, brother?
I am incredible. How are you?
Good. Are you snowed in out there?
No, you know, it's funny. I was just walking across from my Chevy store to my Kia store, and I said, it looks like snow. So it ain't here yet, but we got a little on the ground from last week still. But
yeah, I saw you on your videos in the snow in the cowboy hat. I really like the cowboy hat. I want to I'm going to reintroduce you. I kind of explained to people a little bit about who you are, and honestly, Josh, I don't know your entire story, so I want to get your story. I want you to tell us who you are, where you came from, and how you got to where you are today. We definitely consider you a sales expert, and I have to look no farther than the videos that you put on your personal page, and I just the information that you put out there. I'm gonna tell you some things that by the way, my area of expertise is very narrow. But I am definitely an expert on sales, the sales process, generating leads, and how to be a master salesperson. And one mistake I see so many people make is when they use video, because you definitely need to be using video. They are overly cheesy, and they look and walk and talk like a salesperson, and you don't. So you look very professional. You look like an expert. You do not sound like a salesperson, and that's a compliment, not because you're definitely you nailed the videos, man. You do a really great job, and so I want to talk about that a little bit. But you're also a managing partner of one or two dealerships. Is that right?
Yeah, we've got a Chevy, Cadillac, and Kia.
Okay, great. So you're in Colorado. Tell us your story, and how you found the car business, and then how you achieve such success in the car business.
Yeah. So like everybody, I don't think I intended to be a car salesman when I grew up, but the short version, I grew up in a trailer out in Oregon, grew up poor and didn't really have anything. And I think that probably is part of my desire and drive, but I started selling cars at 18. It was, I went in and helped a buddy negotiate buying a car. He was a little on the softer side, and he said, "Hey, you're really good at this. Come with me." And the closer was like, "Hey, you need to come sell cars." And he had this pocket full of vouchers. He's like, "Look at how much my guys are making." And I think he had that pocket full of vouchers just to recruit people. So I got suckered in there, and I said, I'm just going to do this for the summer. This will be a summer job for me. And 23 summers later, I'm still here. But I just loved it. It was just natural to me, the people aspect and the game of working the numbers and the deals and everything just really became natural. So I started selling cars at 18. I was in finance at 20, and then became sales manager, and, just kind of worked my way up through the deal. And I moved to Colorado 8 or 9 years ago. I'd been a GM for a while. I partnered, I got with the John Elway group. He got 3 stores out here post AutoNation. And then he offered me a partnership. I was a partner with him. We were the #1 Chevy store in Colorado for 6 years in a row. Got out of the business to do some consulting, spend some time with my family. Like most of us, I'm a workaholic, and, I needed to be with my son a little bit more than what I was. And I was doing some consulting and some sales training. And then I got approached with this opportunity, at the beginning of the year. And then we closed the deal in August, and we bought these stores, and it's just been unbelievable. And my wife asked me, she goes, "How is it, back in the business after a couple of years?" And I said, "It's like putting on an old pair of boots. I mean, it just fits perfect and feels like I've been here for 100 years.
So when did we'll just call it retire. When did you get out of the car business for a minute?
Yeah. July 9th of 2018 was my last day at Elway.
And then your return was when?
August 3rd of 2020.
Okay. So 2 years. Basically.
Yep.
Okay. My business is basically 2.5 years old from conception to where we are now. And things have changed already, in my opinion. Did you see a change from when you left Elway to where you are now?
Yeah. And it was interesting because I was doing some in-dealership consulting, and then I've got an online sales training platform. So, I got to be in stores a little bit, and it was enough to kind of scratch that itch. And what was interesting for me was to see how, whether it was different parts of the country or manufacturers, whether it was an independent used car deal or a franchise new car deal, how differently people do things, and how people think there's only one way to do a certain thing, and there's just not. And what works for me may not work for you, but there's always a different way. Yeah. And that was really interesting. But yeah, the speed at which the industry has changed over the last even 10 years. I mean, much less, you go back when did Al Gore invent the internet? It was like 97 or something. So, but yeah, I mean, it's definitely changed things, and you've got to be, and the data shows customers do 19 hours of research online, visit 1.2 stores, but you've got to be much more customer focused orientated than you've ever had to be in the past. You've got to make sure you're doing all your follow-up. You've got to work harder. And it's a conversation we just had in our sales meeting 5 minutes ago is you've got to work harder to get the same results in some aspects, in some areas. And, and if you're not willing to do that, then you're just going to be mediocre. And some people are okay with that. Me personally, I'm not, but it's, you definitely have got to work harder in certain areas.
Yeah. So, so many things I want to talk about. Let's talk about your sales training. You have an online platform as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who hosts that for you?
Lightspeed.
Awesome. I use the same platform. So
Yep.
Great. What's the name of your sales academy? And we'll
Closing Big.
Closing Big.
Yep.
All right. Is it closingbig.com or
yeah, that's the website, closingbig.com. Yep.
Awesome. Okay. So you can put that up there in a little bit, Smith. Just have it on standby. So let's talk about closingbig.com and let's talk about your process of selling. Now, I do know enough about you already to know that you understand completely that we're in the people business. So there may be different roads to the sale, but we're still selling the cars to people right now. Thank goodness.
Yeah.
So, give me, maybe day one, give me the pitch on your system. What's maybe a bullet point. What have we got to get right? What are we getting wrong? What do you see most dealers getting wrong? And then what's the first 3 things that you need my salespeople to focus on when we adopt your philosophy?
Yeah, I think most dealers either overcomplicate things or they just don't pay attention at all. And it's like that extreme. They're putting so much emphasis on so many things that may or may not be important, but it's just, it's just so rigid and that's it. Or they just show up, whatever walks in the door, we'll work it. And, that's it. Unfortunately, I feel like really those are the extremes. But, talking about the sales process, I tell my guys and, I have this on my sales training platform. I've got 3 steps to the sale. Some guys 7 or 10 or 12. Literally, if you simplify it down to number 1, get to know your customer. So build the rapport, act like a human being, that sort of thing. Number 2, land them on a car because you can't sell them a car without landing them on a car. And then number 3, sit them down, bring them inside, sit them down. If you can do those 3 things and get your management team involved and that sort of thing, you will be successful. But if we overcomplicate it, and some dealers are still like, hey, you've got to go from step 1 to 2 to 3 to 4. Sometimes that doesn't work. Sometimes the customer wants to start at step 4 and you've got to circle back.
Absolutely, man. I mean, so many times the customer is probably ready to buy, or there's nothing wrong with building value in a car. I'm all for walk arounds. I'm all for building value. I'm all for letting the customer know that I know my product knowledge. I want to build some value. I want to offer up. I want to offer down. In product. But if the customer says, "Okay, I'm ready," then
but no, sir. My boss says I've got to go to step 4. You know? No, well, hang on. I just want to write a check for the car. I'm ready to go. No, sir, we can't. We've got to. Yeah, I agree. Some customers, they're just ready to buy a car right now. And, even going to setting the appointment. And I tell my guys all the time, when you're setting the appointment, ask them, hey, what are you doing right now? We get so caught up into the, hey, how about this evening or tomorrow morning better for you? And what are you doing right now? Sometimes they're willing to drive down right now. We forget that our consumers want to move fast also. And sometimes we're the ones slowing the process down.
Absolutely. I mean, the rule number 2 in my book, The Art of Text Message Selling, is be fast or you
I own your book, by the way.
Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate that. That's good to know.
Yeah.
I'm honored. So,
and I've read it. Not only do I own it, but I've read it. So
thank you. Hopefully there's something helpful in there for you. I know that I'm sure this is in the book that customers don't wake up and say, man, I really want to go to the dealership and spend 4 or 5 hours. So, is that in your training about, obviously it sounds like you narrowed it down to 3 steps. I love it. Do you, when you just had your sales meeting, do you guys focus on time? We've always heard time kills a deal. I don't know if that's cliche or if you buy into it, but how do you feel about speed of the whole process?
Yeah, things are cliche for a reason because they're accurate, generally speaking. Time is the biggest. It's the biggest hindrance in our business. Now, sometimes it's the consumer who slows it down, right? They want to look at 12 cars and they want to bring their trade in at the end of the deal or whatever. But most of the time, it is us as a dealer body that slows the process down. And there's nothing positive about that. When you've got, you can walk into, I don't even know if you can walk into an Apple store, but when you can, if COVID's not around, you don't even need a salesperson. You take your phone and you pull up the app, you scan your product and it bills your credit card automatically and you walk out the door. That's how consumers are they're conditioned to have things fast. And when they come in to buy a car and it's 4, 5, 6 hours long, it's not good. It's not good for CSI. It's not good for retention. It's not good for gross profit. We all know that the happier customers pay more money. So why are we intentionally making our customers go through this grueling process, which is not, it's not sunshine and puppy dogs, it's making them unhappy. And at the same time, an unhappy customer is going to cost us gross profit, because the only way to sell them a car then at that point is to compress your margins, and nobody wants to do that. So, we really focus on speed, and we're not great. There's definitely some room there to get better, but that's a conversation we have all the time. What can we do to speed up the process?
So you're definitely love what you had there. Happy customers pay more. I love that. You focus on time, and obviously there's some new companies that knew nothing about the car business that have come into our market, like Carvana, for instance. And they are the reason, in my opinion, why they're successful, they're having success, is they do understand that so many people don't like this process. You talk about the old rigid guys, man, they just have a few more years before they're totally out of it.
Yeah.
Do you guys engage with people on chat? Do you allow your people to send videos or do videos like you? Do you incorporate texting and how much do you do digitally? That's the thing that I've seen that's changed the most, especially COVID, is the digital. So how do you guys handle digital?
Yeah. So I was just telling my team yesterday, I'm like, we're like Burger King. We'll do it their way. However they want to do it, we will do it. We put it literally, and everybody, like, in regards to COVID is very different in their sensitivity. Some people just don't care, and some people care a whole lot,
Yes.
So we put a car in a customer's driveway, let them have it, test drive it for a couple hours, and picked it back up in their driveway. Never saw or anything with the customer. And if that's the way they want to do a demo drive, that's how we're going to do a demo drive. If they want to come down and have a salesperson sit in the back seat or whatever they want to do, hey, we'll do it that way too. But the big thing is we're not going to fight the customers at all. We're going to do it their way. And the digital retailing aspect is it was in its infant stages. Nobody was really doing a great job of adopting it. And now you almost have to. So we've got digital retailing on both our Kia and our General Motors sites. And it's interesting how even the people who you wouldn't think from a consumer standpoint would do it are at least going part of the way through the process, and it'll appraise their trade. It'll, they can play with the numbers and work it all themselves. And, we've gotten to the point where we're letting our salespeople sit down with a customer at their desk and pull up the almost desking their own deal, pull up the digital retailing tool and just start working through the process. Imagine as a consumer to be able to sit down and go, okay, I want to deal with one person, which there are some stores. I think Toyota's got a pretty good, one marketing campaign that they do where you deal with one person, but to be able to deal with that and not have the back and forth, let me go talk to my boss, that sort of thing. And again, your customers are going to be happier, your gross is going to be higher, but you definitely, if you haven't at least attempted to get into the digital retailing aspect, you better start figuring it out, because you're going to be absolutely left in the dark. And, and there's a lot of guys that are still going, well, I got to see their trade, can't appraise it. And, but doing those sort of things, which is just, it's prohibitive, because if you don't do it, the customer will find somebody who will do it the way they want to.
Absolutely, man. And honest, that's, I said, my company, this whole idea started, the idea, I guess, was maybe 4 years old at the oldest, but 2.5 years ago, we went all in, stopped everything except Facebook ads. And then this call center that's behind me, where we put the ads out there. We feel that we engage those customers in meaningful conversations, and we talk about the trade-in immediately. First thing, hey, that's in our offer. That's in our big offer is if the dealer will allow us, hey, we're going to give you whatever for your trade-in. We're going to make a very compelling, irresistible offer that they want to engage in. And because of that, man, because we put it up front, we deal with thousands of dealers, and it's just amazing that, that most people still don't want to do that, especially an old school car guy. He wants to, I got to see the trade-in. I got to see the trade-in.
We have such short-term memory. And I tell my guys all the time, we always remember the blind guy from Alabama that we made, 10 pounds on because we did it this way, blah, blah, blah. Well, you forget about the 1,000 customers in between the blind guy from Alabama that you missed out on. And you can't even quantify it because they never came in the showroom or you never even closed them. So if you're not willing to do it the way that the customer wants to, like I said, they're going to find somebody who is, and you're going to miss out on the deal, and you're going to watch your market share shrink while, you know, ABC Motors down the road, what are they doing down there? They keep selling more and more cars, and all their salespeople want to go down there because they're not swimming upstream. You know, they're actually working the process a little more efficiently. And everything in the car business, whether it's parts or whether it's service, it's all about efficiency. How can I be more efficient? And there's definitely a better way to do things, and there's a less than better way. And there's still a lot of guys hanging on to that, you know, old school, archaic, you know, hey, yeah, you bring them on down. Can't do anything unless I see the trade. I'll tell you, we do, you know, we have Kelly Blue Book instant cash offer at our Chevy store. At Kia, we don't, but it's very, very rare that a customer is blatantly lying about something on their trade that affects the value. Sometimes they may miss something, and when they bring it in, we show it to them and they go, oh yeah, okay, shoot, I missed that. But I mean, 99 times out of 100, it goes smoothly.
Yeah.
You know, one time out of 100, you've got, you know, some con man out there, but you're going to have the con man doing it in person sometimes with the salvage title or, you know, TMU, something like that. So it doesn't matter if you're doing it virtually or not. There's always going to be somebody trying to take advantage of the system, but it's vast majority of people are, you know, honest.
Yeah, and if you walk that trade in with your customer, then when your number is less than their KBB, you can justify your number. So
yeah,
that's just about outworking the competition. You obviously are used to outworking the competition. You have a lot of success out there. Do you teach your salespeople to be engaged like you are with the videos and with their personal branding and marketing or getting their name out there?
Yeah. So I've got a whole course on my platform with social selling, and you know, it comes naturally to some people more so than others, but I'll tell people, even if you're not comfortable on the camera, because my goal is I want to humanize everything we do at the dealership. And my social media team, I tell them my ultimate goal is I want somebody to come into the dealership, buy a car from us and go, oh my God, I feel like I know you, even though I've never met you. You know, we're not trying to be that cheesy salesperson. You know, we're trying to be that person that's helping the customers out, whether it's how-to videos or whatever that is. But you know, I tell my guys and gals, even if you're not comfortable on video, because it's not for everybody. And I mean, if you're not, it's almost worse than not doing it, you know, if you're, you know, terrible on it. But it's easy to jump into some of these Facebook groups. I've got a group for a local, this small town that I live in. It's Dads of this town. And it's just a bunch of dads in there, 1,700 people in the group. I sell 5 vehicles a month out of that group, not by me posting anything, but by somebody going, hey, can somebody give me an idea what my trade-in's worth? Or, you know, can somebody run a Carfax for me? Does anybody have a connection at a Ford store or anything like that? And then I'll jump in the thread and do that sort of thing. So even if you're not good with videos, you can still be good on social just by paying attention to some of these groups. If you're like, I mean, let's say you love knitting. I mean, I'm sure every town has a, you know, knitting group of Denver, and then you can join that knitting group and you're around a bunch of people who like to crochet. And I guarantee they don't all take the bus. Somebody's going to need a car at some point, and you can be their car salesman. You know, so those are some things that you can do, even if you're not good on video. But, you know, I try and teach them that even if you're uncomfortable, it only takes a few times to get that comfort level up. And the more you do it, you know, the more comfortable you're going to be on camera. But yeah, there's a whole host of things that guys and gals can do nowadays that you just couldn't do before. I mean, you can scale your time. You know, before, if you wanted to network, you had to go to the Chamber of Commerce meeting and this and that and blah, blah, blah. And it took up, you know, 3 nights a week. Now you can network online in a matter of an hour a day and hit, you know, 50,000 people if you want. So there's different ways to do social, and there's a way for everybody. I promise there's a way for everybody. You just have to be willing to do it.
Yep. So I totally agree. Love it. Love what you're saying. And, you know, I tell my people, just get started and let's maximize that organic reach as much as we can. And now we spend tons of money. So we've spent over $6 million on ads for car dealers in the last 2 years. But for, you know, for our business, we're just getting into, you know, really, marketing and advertising first. So, and we're seeing a lot of success. So, you know, but before you have a big advertising budget, you need to maximize the organic stuff. And
yeah.
And I love seeing what you do out there. And I know you could, guys, if you want some help on how to do social, I would say I don't know if Josh has any more room for his friends on a friends list, but you can follow Josh and just look at some of the videos. He does a fantastic job of the things that I try to explain to people. Josh is a good example. So you can look that and then if you've been watching these videos, I think you'll see some similarities there, what we're talking about and what Josh is actually doing. Josh, do you guys spend lots of money on social ads to generate leads and get them into your sales process? Or you guys?
Yeah,
Okay.
a ton. So we bought the store August 3rd. The previous owner spent 6 figures in TV and radio, and I'm not a big TV or radio person. We cut that out. Everything, essentially everything, 90% of it is all digital now, whether that's OTT, which is the connected TV commercials, or Facebook lead ads, or all sorts of stuff. But I probably spend anywhere from 40 to 2 months ago, I spent 80 grand just in Facebook.
Yeah. So guys, I've been preaching this for so long, and I'm glad that everybody doesn't, Josh, and they're not going to do it, even though they watch this and they hear you do it. It scares them, but they're comfortable with that TV and radio. So I'm glad they're not doing it. It has made it much easier for you and me and people who buy into this. But I'm a salesperson advocate, and I just, that the salesperson of today is the sales manager of tomorrow, the general manager. You started as a salesperson. I started as a salesperson. So I want these young people to understand that you have to embrace something wholeheartedly. And this is not some little game or joke. My man just said he spent $80,000. Is that one store or two?
2 stores.
2 stores. So he spent $80,000 1 month on social media advertising. That, my best clients do the same thing, and there's no substitute. There may be something that comes by and is a better ROI, but the reason that Josh is investing that much money is because he gets more than that by spending that money on there. So guys, you need to figure it out. A couple places you can figure it out. Smith, I don't know which one you have up now. Do you have
Closing Big?
Okay, Closing Big. All right, so if you'll put that up there, Closing Big, you can find out about social. I'm sure there's a information request demo right up there in the top right. You can click there, and that will get you in the process to get some information from Josh. And also you can go to billymerritt.com. We have lots of testimonials, videos, and we have some free stuff on there as well. So man, I tell you what, Josh, I know you're busy, and I appreciate you taking the time to jump on here with me. It's real simple. Become an expert, be an expert, shorten the process. The 3-step system that Josh has perfected, you can find that at closingbig.com. I know you're a busy guy, so I appreciate you coming on the show and sharing.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate you having me.
Yeah, man. Hey, we'll talk again. And I've got Smith's already put it out there for the whole wide world. We have a new studio being constructed behind him over there. Sound systems. This is actually my call center, and this is the little conference area. But we got the video wall coming, a big video wall behind us. They're installing that real soon, and it's going to be totally state of the art. We'll have to get you back on here.
Yeah.
Oh, before he goes, let's see if there's any comments in there. I want to, while he's with us, let's read some of the comments that we have.
Sure. We got a lot of greetings that we missed while we were
stop right there with
chat.
So Sarah Stalker, she's right out there with you. She's in Colorado. It's Sarah, if you're still watching, what's that town? It's a little small town on the suburb of Denver. Shadow, or I don't know. But anyway, she's out there. She got stranded in the Rocky Mountains the other night in a convertible.
Oh, no.
Yeah, she was scared. But Sarah handles my she's my ads and ads performance manager. She's also vice president of DigiNinja.com, which is a sales CRM and a tool that lets us just optimize chat and do a much better job with chat. And it takes those Facebook leads and allows us to funnel. We may have 10 stores. Like right now we have 25, 26,
27 currently.
27 events going, and we can put 4 people on it and have all those leads funneling from, it's just a CRM basically. All the leads from Facebook will funnel into one queue when she's in Parker, Colorado. So, but Sarah, cool. Sarah's the brains behind DigiNinja, and she's ran a development team now for a little over a year. We thought we were going to have a CRM in about 3 months, and about 13 months later, and we're still working on it.
I know how that goes.
What else do we have? We haven't even.
Let's see. You see, we got tons of greetings from when we were going through the chat. Felipe says that was a quick response on the chat. That ninja is on fire.
So what we did earlier before you jumped on here, I actually demoed AutoNation and maybe it's Carvana,
yes.
looking at their chat. And man, I don't know which chat you use, but I know chat for the most part is handled brutally. And we looked at some of the biggest car dealers and looked at their chat and their robots. They tell you they're robots. They hit you with a million questions and it's just not effective. So our DigiNinja chat, we demoed that live on here, and that was Felipe saying he must have been working that page. He said that was a quick response to that chat. That ninja is on fire.
Low key bragging on himself.
Low key bragging on himself. I'll give him a 7 out of 10. We still got we have some work to do. So I know there was a couple guys. Carson Henry was on there.
Yes, sir. Love keeping it 3 steps.
Yeah, Carson, he's a tech guy. He is very digital, has some great success down in Florida and Jacksonville as well. So
he said digital's here to stay and only going to grow.
Absolutely. So we have quite a reach with this show, Josh. I hope we get you some people to visit your website and get some information about the 3-step system, about the social selling. You can't get enough. And I've never gone wrong by promoting somebody that I consider an expert. And I know for a fact that we need more people out there that understand digital, that are willing to give that information, and then of course monetize it as well. So can't go wrong. You guys visit Josh again. Thanks, Josh. I appreciate it.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Yeah, man. See you soon.
All right.